In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps that you need to take to install and configure Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 integration components to enable integration scenarios between Dynamics AX 2012 and Microsoft Project Server 2010. The very first step is to run the installation wizard of Dynamics AX and install the integration components required. So I run the installation wizard and select Add or Modify Components. And under Integration Components, there are two checkboxes which highlight two key components required to enable integration. The first component is Synchronization Proxy for Microsoft Project Server, which needs to be installed on the machine that is running Project Server. And the second component is Synchronization Service for Microsoft Project Server. The synchronization service is a Windows service that does the real integration between Dynamics AX and Project Server. In this scenario, I am going with a single box installation, which means Microsoft Project Server, Dynamics AX Application Object Server are all in one machine. So I have selected the components required, and the system will run a validation to make sure all the prerequisite components are installed. In case a prerequisite is not installed, you will see a red mark with a link that provides you a reference to the component needed, and after you download and install it, you can continue with your installation. In this scenario, it seems that all the key components required are installed, and there is just a warning that we can skip. The next screen is asking for .Net Business Connector account. That is the proxy account that will be used to connect to Dynamics AX AOS. So for the sake of this demo, I'm going to use a test account. Generally, it's not recommended to use a credential or with a password that will be expired. But for this demo, I'm going to use a temporary user account. So that's okay for the demo. I can ignore this warning and continue to the next step, which is asking for the password for the service account that will be used by the synchronization service account. I enter the password and hit next. Here we will have two options. The key function of this window is to specify an MSM queue that will be used as an asynchronous messaging system between Dynamics AX and synchronization service. The two options are either create a brand new queue or use an existing MSM queue. In this scenario, I have an existing MSM queue which I'm going to use. So all the projects and resources that need to be synchronized with Microsoft Project Server will be dropped into this queue. So I select that, and then I select the credentials, the default credentials for the synchronization message queues. Now I have to specify the machine that is running the Microsoft Project Server. The server that is hosting Project Server in my case is this that I'm providing the information, and then I have to provide the reporting database name. The reporting database will be the database that we push the reference data to, and all the lookup data required to publish a project to Dynamics AX will be held in this database. And then finally, I have to provide the URL of the Project Server web application. Now system has all the information required, so it needs to revalidate all the prerequisites and make sure that the information on Microsoft Project Server, the database name, and the web app is correct. So right now it is just validating this information. Okay, all the prerequisites are installed, and you can see that there is no component missing. I can go to the next step, and the system will install the key components that will enable the integration. And after the integration is completed, I will walk you through the experience of opening up Dynamics AX and configure the data required for integration. Okay, the installation is complete. synchronization service and synchronization proxies are installed, so I don't need to open the summary report. I will exit the installation wizard, and I want to launch Dynamics AX and demonstrate how we can configure the data required for enabling the integration. So Dynamics AX, I will go to System Administration under Microsoft Project Server Integration Setting. I have already provided the information. So what needs to be done here is that for each integration needs to be given a name, or as we call integration ID, and you provide the information like what's the project server URL, the reporting database server, the database server that is running the reporting database that is used for the project server, and the name of the reporting database name. And we just discussed it earlier that this will be the database that will hold the reference data that are pushed from Dynamics AX to project server, reference data like companies, like project groups, and other information that are required for projects to be synchronized to Dynamics AX. So, and then you select the companies for which you want to enable integration. Just one caveat here is that whenever you want to select a company and enable integration for a company, the sequence numbers must not be created on an automatic basis. So you need to change the sequence number creation to manual, and it can be done via in project accounting, management and accounting module. If you open up the parameters, you can set that. So let me show that to you before we continue, so I make sure that we have covered all the areas. So if you go to project management and accounting parameters, there is a number sequence tab that you can click on, and then basically you can select, for example, the project ID. We are talking about the number sequence code. If you select view details, under edit, you will see that we have selected that we want the information basically to be done on a not on a manual basis. So I close that, and then I come back to system administration. We have all the data here, and now I say enable integration. It will take some time, and you will see that the integration status is changing to in progress. So I will refresh the status and wait for the integration to be completed. Okay, it seems that the integration status is completed. So now we have configured all the information required for Dynamics AX to be integrated to project server. So technically right now, if I create a project in Dynamics AX for Contoso Entertainment West, the project can be integrated to project server, and vice versa. If I create a project in project server, it can be integrated back to Dynamics AX. Okay, let's go to project management and accounting module. Open the project list page, and I switch to CEU, which is the company for which we have enabled the integration. And I create a brand new project, and I want to call, let's say it's a fixed bit project, and I will call it test demo PS project server. So it's the project group will be fixed price with no work in progress, and then I select the project contract. So the project is created. One of the key requirements here is that for the projects to be integrated to project server, an integrated worker needs to be selected as the project manager. So in this scenario, I am selecting Alicia, which is an integrated resource. And by integrated resource, I mean a worker that has been integrated to project server and therefore is available in project server enterprise resource pool. So now I have provided all the information, and if I scroll down under integration, all I need to do is just check this checkbox, which is integrate to Microsoft Project Server. This will mark this project a nominee to be integrated to Project Server, and you can track the status of the integration by navigating to System Administration, Integration Log. it will show you, it will first allow you to look at all the entities that are being synchronized. In this case, I'm looking at a project, and the project that is right now in the waiting state. So it will be picked up by the synchronization service, and you will see that the status will be changed to completed. Now the transaction status is completed for this project, which means this project has been integrated to project server. So now let us launch project server and look at this project. So I open up project server and I go to the projects to see the list of integrated projects. And as you can see, the test demo project server which we just create has been integrated. I briefly refer to the fact that resources should be integrated as well. The assumption is that the workers or resources are maintained in human resources module in Dynamics AX, and now you want to make them available to project server. When you make them available to project server, you will see that their name will show up here, and therefore they are available in project server enterprise resource pool and can be used as assignee to resources. And then the task can be integrated back to Dynamics AX. So I hope this video helps you to configure and integrate Dynamics AX 2012 to Microsoft Project Server 2010. Thank you.